We're creatures of habit. I always parked in the same area.
On an ordinary day,
He had done his homework, so he knew my routine. And he had backed in, and he was right beside me.
in a parking lot surrounded by people,
He said, "Get in the car." And I said, "No."
Police say the attempted abduction occurred here on White Bridge Road shortly before 10, as Andrea Conti got out of her car to go to work.
First, he tried to get me to release my grip on the steering wheel, which was preventing him from pulling me into his car. And in the process of doing that, he broke some bones.
The person was a male white, approximately 35 years old, brown hair, and was driving a large white vehicle.
He took the weapon he had and just beat me over the head.
Conti struggled, finally switched off the ignition, jumped into the back seat, and escaped.
I got away, but so did he.
She's mad, which I guess is a good sign. I mean, she's just very mad about it, and I think she should be.
Andrea Conte couldn't have known her struggle to stay alive would begin her battle for those suffering the serious ramifications of crime.
After the whole thing was over, and of course I had the shop, on White Bridge Road, one of the things that happened that I was not at all prepared for, a woman would come in and just take me aside and tell me of some crime that happened to her. And this was several heartbreaking stories. And mostly I just listened to them. They wanted to tell their stories, and that's really important. We all have things that happen to us, and sometimes you just have to question, what do I need to do with this? And I really spent a lot of time thinking about it. I couldn't just walk away from it. And then eventually it was founding You Have the Power.
Andrea called me and talked about what had happened to her back in 1988. And she said, I feel like I need to do something with that. And she talked about You Have the Power. One of the first events was elder abuse. That was back in the early 90s. Then there was child abuse, just raising the awareness of the different things that happen to us as individuals and letting us know that we absolutely have the power to overcome those things or even to keep those things from happening.
Now You Have the Power marks 30 years of milestone after milestone in support of victims and families.
I love that You Have the Power, that we have been able to identify gaps and needs in our community and to help become part of the solution.
When somebody's victimized, there's so many thoughts going in their head and they don't know what to do first in their steps towards justice. So having the information that You Have the Power provides, I think is really amazing.
The process throughout time has been providing personal support.
I love you, darling.
Disseminating comprehensive resource guides, and keeping an up-to-date website, revealing pathways through the legal system, and honoring children whose lives have been stolen.
I really became deeply involved in it in 2015 when the Children's Memory Garden was coming to be. It makes sure that if you are a mom or a sibling or an aunt or a schoolmate of someone, some child whose life has been taken, it assures them and reassures them that that child is not going to be forgotten. And that's what's important to me. We don't know what those children would have become had they lived, but we do know that we can keep their memory alive through the Children's Memory Garden.
The organization is a leader in providing resources for some of society's most sensitive criminal circumstances, such as sex trafficking and domestic violence.
Yes, 2 months, please hurry up.
Take a deep breath for me, okay? We're going to help you out as much as we can.
It is hard to really, truly understand what a crime victim goes through.
Cultural diversity has required a multilingual approach for law enforcement officers who are assisting survivors.
We've just always kind of been in contact because they've been an organization that's really helped with a lot of underserved communities out there that we're tending to deal with more and more every day.
The 30 years of You Have the Power says to me that we have made a great contribution to our community And I am just so happy for all of the people we have been able to serve.
You Have the Power has been progressive in its response to violence, but the rippling impact of crime requires constant vigilance.
When a child is taken by violence, siblings are deeply affected by that, and their classmates are deeply affected by that. You can never look at 30 years. I know some people like to look at 30 years, another 30 years, but I'm just looking at, today and tomorrow. But we all have to find that power within us to just overcome.